Welcome, everybody. Mike Martinez from Video Marketing Tips and Tricks. And today I got the pleasure of sharing the line here, or sharing the video with a good friend, a confidant, someone that I admire and look up to. And the reason why I got her on the line, her name is Terry Bradford. The reason why I got her on the line is simply because she's an everyday marketer. She's not a guru. She's not anybody that is world famous or anything like that. But she's producing incredible results through using video marketing. And I just kind of wanted to get her perspective of what's going on, so that maybe that can give the viewer some tips and tricks on what they can do to move their business forward with video marketing. So with that said, my great pleasure to introduce Miss Terry Bradford. How you doing, Terry?
I'm great. It's awesome to be here. Thanks so much for asking me.
Yeah, not a problem. You know, I've been watching you, and you and I have done some projects together, and we've worked together and collaborated and exchanged ideas and stuff like that. And I could see the development that you are going through, and it's impressive to me. But like I said in the introduction, what I really want to kind of delve into is the video marketing that you're doing, the obstacles that you faced from the very beginning, and how you overcame them and went on to reach success. But let's start at ground zero. Ground zero would be, tell me how you got started in this whole online marketing business thing.
I got started in online marketing because I wanted to start working from home and have more time with my family. My mom had gotten ill, and I hated having to, take a day off or, beg the man, so to speak, to be able to spend time with my family. So I just decided to make that choice. I would look into something that I can do from home that would let me be a lot more flexible with my hours and my days. So I chose online marketing, and it's worked out really well for me so far. I'm able to spend time with my family like I've always wanted to.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. There's a lot to be said for the money that you can make from home, working online. I mean, it's practically endless. But I think the bigger draw for most people is the ability to be able to go out there and kind of control their life again. I mean, when you work for somebody, you are really, dictated as to what time you get up in the morning, when do you have free time, when you can eat, when you can go on vacation, what type of clothes you wear. I mean, everything is pretty much told what you can do or what you can't do. And when you have the freedom of working for yourself, I mean, it's a whole other world. Yeah, with that, with getting into your background there, tell me how you got started with video marketing.
I got started with video marketing because I was seeing a lot of people out there were getting great results with video marketing. There was a lot of interaction. People were interested. They were more interested in watching videos and interacting with people that way than your normal posts. We see all kinds of posts out there, get into this business, do this, do that. But when you are able to actually talk and see somebody, it gives it that more personal touch, and you can start relating with people and actually opening the door to having conversations.
Mm-hmm. Very, very interesting. And you know what? You touched on an excellent point. And you see people that are getting results, and that's what I love to point out, because a lot of times, you're looking from the background and you really don't notice some of the things, right? You look at all these gurus, and the gurus are all saying, do article marketing, do content marketing, do this marketing, do blogs, right? what they're all using to relay those messages is video. So, I sit back in the background and say, what are they not mentioning, but what are they using, right? Because I want to know what is working for them. How did you become a guru, right? And the reason they became gurus is because people create connections with them. It's easier to create a connection with video, I believe. You see the person, you see their expression, you hear their voice. You kind of create, there's a stronger connection than just a static page, right? I could be the best copywriter, but, you looking at me in my eyes and looking at my face while I'm talking, even though, some people don't want to look at my face, but, you create some kind of connection there, right? It's a different dynamic. Now, there are always challenges. There are always fears. What are some of the fears that you went through in order to, was it an easy thing to get into video marketing?
Oh, goodness, no. I sat on that for, I would say, a couple of months and just watched everybody else kind of pass me by. Video marketing, or the camera, terrified me. I don't know what it was, other than, you always worry about the personal things. Oh, what do I look like? Oh, my hair is not right today. Oh, I got a big nose, or, whatever it is.
Right.
That you always wonder what people think about you. And that was what my hesitation was in the beginning, was I was curious and scared about how I was going to come off. And maybe my message wasn't going to be quite what I wanted it to be, because people are paying attention to the way I look, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this: how did you overcome that? I think that's a very common fear. A lot of people that are looking at this video right now are saying, "Yeah, that's me. She hit it right in the nose. How did she know it was my nose that I'm worried about?" Right? And I'm taking that personally. I think you were talking to me. But anyway, how did you overcome that self-consciousness?
Well, actually, one day I just decided, you know what? I'm not going to get over it unless I do it.
Right.
So I came across, your video marketing challenge, and decided today's the day. And I went for it. It was the best decision I made, I tell you. It wasn't easy. I would even during the conversations about getting on camera were kind of scary. I was real hesitant about. But once you take a little step at a time,
right,
and just kind of relax and make it. Don't try to, eat the whole elephant. Take it one step at a time.
Absolutely.
You start to come into your own, develop your own personality in front of the camera, and that type of stuff. So it took me a little while to start to get that comfort feeling. Now, I still sometimes, when it's a big subject or something that I'm trying to cover, more of that is about the content. But as far as getting in front of the camera, challenging myself with taking the little steps and telling myself I can do this, and then going for it. That was the biggest help to me.
I like the idea that that you were saying little baby steps, right? You don't need the elephant all at once. You take little bites out of it, right? And just so that people know, this is not a promotional video for my video marketing challenge, but one of the first things that we do in the challenge, and this is what I'm telling you, you can do on your own, is you go out there and you put yourself on the line. And when you do, then you say to yourself, or you come to the realization that, you know what, the world didn't crumble, right? It wasn't so bad. Wow, I actually look kind of good there. I could improve there and there, but I look kind of good. And when that happens, it opens your mind to taking another step out of that box that you're in, out of that comfort zone. And every time you do that, you expand your comfort zone. Every time you do that, you grow as a person, as a marketer. And that is the most important thing, is to go out there. I call it the video marketing challenge. Again, we're not promoting that, but I just say go challenge yourself, because the bottom line is when you go out there and you start putting yourself on the line, then you see, like I said, you see that, you know what, I can do this, right? And I don't look so bad. I can do this, and I can give value to the customer out there. And that's what really is going to change your business. Going out there and providing value to people is the whole key to business success. And I think, you know, for all the students that I had that went through that video challenge, Terry, I was one of the most impressed with, because you know what, you just took everything and, you know, from the beginning you said, you know, yeah, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it. And I could see the progression. I could see the growth in you. And it's a beautiful thing to see that. Now, how are you moving forward now? How is that helping you to get to the next level?
Actually, I have started doing some how-to videos and that kind of stuff. I started with taking the topic that I'm comfortable with, so that I can also be comfortable with being in front of the camera. That comes easier. And doing how-tos and such, it's easier to open the door to conversations with a lot of people. You get questions that you can then start to tailor your videos to and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Before you know it, you got a series going.
Yeah, right.
And start drawing you start drawing interest, because I guarantee you there are tons of people out there that are going through the same thing you are, in fear of one, either asking the question or getting in front of the camera. And doing this eases that process. It takes the tension away from anybody, you know, either approaching you or starting the conversation with you on video.
Right. And how do you get your content? That's something that I think a lot of people have a challenge with. How do you decide what am I going to talk about or teach about?
Well, I first start with, whenever I learn something new, that's a great opportunity for a video.
Right.
You've learned something, you're now comfortable with it, make a video on it. And it doesn't have to be long. Get your cell phone and roll with a video, a minute, 2 minutes, or however long you need to do it. But you learned it, you can teach somebody else. There's always a teaching moment there when you learn something. That's the easiest place to start. Right.
Very, very good. Now, let me ask you this before we close this conversation. First of all, before we close this conversation, let me ask you what you think is the number one thing a new a video marketer, or somebody that maybe started doing video marketing but gave it up, what is the one thing they need to concentrate on in order to to start effectively using video?
Relax.
Mm-hmm.
Relax. Be yourself.
Yeah, that's good advice.
You want to have people relate to you. You're not trying to prove anything. You're trying to give value, and you want to be open so people are receptive to you. So just relax. It is just a conversation. There just happens to be a camera there. Right.
Very good. Well, Terry, as always, it's always a pleasure to get you on the phone and exchange ideas with you and get your feedback on things. So I really appreciate your time. And any closing statements you would like to add?
Just if anybody wants to, get in contact with me, you can reach me on Facebook. That's Facebook and then /Terry, TERRI, .Bradford.370, or on my website, realbadassmarketing.com. And the door's open for a conversation.
That's it, yep. I appreciate that you have the door open for whenever I need to exchange ideas with you. And I'll tell you, anybody that's looking at this video, you see Terry is really, really down to earth. She's knowledgeable about the subject of video marketing, and she's somebody that's just like you and me. And that was the reason why I chose to have this little interview with her, so that, sometimes we look at gurus and we put them up on a pedestal and we say they could do, I can't. But now we got, I want to show people that this is something that anybody can do, as long as you got the willingness to do it and you follow through. Anybody could do this. So, Terry, thank you very, very much. I appreciate your time. And, hopefully we'll get together and do some more of these.
Definitely. Thanks so much for asking me. I really appreciate it. Always like hooking up with you, Mike. It's always nice.
Thank you, Terry.